the ceasefire that currently exists between India and Pakistan along the line of control and the international border. There is a desperation because their camps are full with terror recruits who they want to push onto Indian soil. Now, this is the news coming in that terror groups are putting pressure on Pak army to break the ceasefire. Our investigations editor Manoj Gupta getting us these details. Intel chatter is confirming that terror groups are actually expanding their infiltration. Trained terror cadre are currently present in Peshawar, Bahawalpur and Muzzaffarabad. Now, Bahawalpur, you know, is the seat of the Jaish. There is activity as far as Peshawar with the Al-Badr present there, with Taliban present there. There is also activity in Muzzaffarabad with the Lashkar cadre also present there. Many terror cadre are coming in from the border regions of Afghanistan. Pak army is providing logistical support to terror launchpads along the line of control. ISI-run terror clusters are in Manshera, Muzaffarabad and Kotli. General Sinha was just talking about it. Terror clusters manned by Lashkar, Jaish, Al-Badr, Hizbul Mujahideen and some of the other groups that are involved. Now, 3 POK brigades of the Pak army are providing support to these launch pads. Launch pads just 2 or 3 kilometers away from Tangdar, Gulmarg, Punch and Rajouri sectors. The line of control and the IB, that's the international border in that area. Deployment before winter with the help of OGWs across Kashmir. They are also sending across weapons via drone drops. So this is a serious threat. So while there is increasing amount of integration and doing away with the Pak narrative and also the embedded Trojans within, General Sinha, this is those who are waiting to unleash mayhem on Indian soil. Every year we cannot have 3, 4, 500 of these terror cadre being pushed into the country, with some of them actually making their way to the rest of the country and waiting there and hibernating like sleeper cells to be activated at a future time. These are serious challenges for us. So should we seriously consider the operation another surgical operation?
I am absolutely with you that there is a requirement to go proactive. I say again, proactive. We can't wait this side of LOC, on an LOC, to see that there is a zero tolerance as far as infiltration is concerned. We may be having that strategy, but we are not able to check it because it's not possible. You know, the winter, the rainy season has set in, the winter is going to, just start. Before, winter starts, you'll find that the mayhem is going to be, all this camp will push them through. And in my mind, there are pressure in Pak army, and Bajwa has been in UK yesterday. You must have seen he was reviewing a parade over there. He has got, he has gone pally with the United States of America. These are all, because what there
is a lot of talk that there was a meeting with Nawaz Sharif too, and maybe passage is being made clear for him to come back. But that's a conversation for another day. Right now, we've got to look at these terrorists here.
Yeah. What I'm trying to bring it out, if you see the cluster, take the case of Kotli. The Kotli, area, from there, they can push it to Punch Rajouri area. In that area, Kulgam, Sopia, Anantnag, Peshawar, in Pulwama district, they can easily, can infiltrate through. And they have got launch pad. What I'm talking about is the launch pad, 5 of them. If you take it from area, if you see the Kotli area, if you say the Sena from Sesa of the Pakistan,
as you're explaining it, let me just call it here on the screen next to me, because you're mentioning the same sectors, General Saab. So now this is where the cadre are. The cadre are in Peshawar, Bahawalpur and Muzzaffarabad, but they are coming in from the Af-Pak border into these areas. And like you mentioned, the clusters are Manshera and Kotli, and the launch pads are not far away from Tangdar, Gulmarg, Punch and Rajouri. So just explain to us Manshera, Muzzaffarabad, Kotli, and on the corresponding sides, Tangdar, Gulmarg, Punch and Rajouri. General Sinha.
Yeah. If you see, first we have to understand they are coming from where? They are coming from the area which is Nangarhar, which is in Afghanistan. These people were all concentrated over there. From there, they have come to Peshawar. Peshawar has got a center called Mansehra. This is a cluster from there, and Balakot, because we are all aware of Balakot. Balakot in the center. It is all full. And it is not only because Balakot used to be basically of Jaise Muhammad, but now Al-Badr is there. There are other, tanjeems of LET, LAM, Al-Badr, Hizbul. Hizbul has also gone back because they have got the training into area in Afghanistan, and they are all coming back. And this time they have got suicidal because suicide bombers are there. They have been trained, and they have been trained by in Afghanistan. So this time
Right.
it is much more steadily. They have got the latest weapon system. When you talk about Muzzaffarabad, when you see it is up the north, Kotli is down south. When they come, Kotli has got 5 launch pads. From there,
Yes.
they come to the launch points. The launch points can be anywhere where they can. And launch point, every launch
Right.
pad have got 5 to 7 launch points. So we have to go. We have to go. Whether we carry out a fire assault, we go. We can use even missiles.
We have to do something
Yes.
serious,
Why
because
can't
if
we
they cannot
sit down
control
and
the
not
pests,
fire?
then we have to ensure that they don't come into. If the neighbor cannot control, then we have to ensure that we control and we exterminate, because we don't want them coming into our area, into our homes. So that is something which is a serious consideration, and the build-up is strong, and they will all want to push in themselves before the winter sets in. So the next 2-3 months are critical. September, October, November especially. These are the 3 months where there will be huge push, and there is pressure from the jihadi groups on the Pakistan army to violate ceasefire, to give them that cover fire so that they can push through infiltration. Now we'll have to see if General Bajwa and co blink to that pressure. General Sinha, thank you very much for your inputs.